Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day going so far? Welcome back to another live stream. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Hopefully everybody had a nice little Valentine's Day weekend. Hopefully everybody's ready to get back to work. How's everybody's day going so far? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see who we have here today. Good morning, Maya. Good morning, Rum. Good morning, Jedgar. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, Dude. Where's my stop loss? Good morning, JR. Good morning, Sergio. My Tool, good morning. Slime, good morning. HMH, how are you doing today? Ascent, good morning. Speedy, good morning. Nate, what's up? Ma, good morning. Alovo, good morning. Sandeep, good morning. Mr. Coco, how are you doing today? Trader007, what's up? Coffee Trades, good morning. Kenneth, good morning. Ferna, good morning. Petro, good morning. Bob, hope your day is going well. Good morning. Manuel, good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Just taking some time to welcome everybody into the stream, and then we'll get into some of the information. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Very excited to get back on here with you all. Another day, another opportunity to gain more conviction in our business. Let's see who we have here today. Lots of familiar faces. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Yaya. Someone on that unicorn. Yeah, we could definitely take a look at this. So this right here. I would need to get over on some micros because of how large the stop loss is here. So we can see it a little bit better here. This would be an early entry because New York opens at 9:30. But I definitely agree to what you are pointing to. Right? Swing high. Swing low. New high. New low. So we could definitely take a look at this. You have about 67 points for a stop loss. So we could take a look at that. I am bearish for the day. Let's see if it tags in here. We'll start a position on this. So we'll take a look at this for today. See if it pops up into here. Anywhere right in here. We'll grab a short, stop at the high. We'll look to scale into this position. We can take multiple micros on this. So we'll grab one here. If we get any move higher, we'll grab another one. And let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. All right, ready? So let's hop over to ES. ES just tapped into a daily bearish FEG. Okay, you can see it here. This is the reason why I'm bearish this morning. Okay, ES tapped into a daily bearish FEG. Additionally, ES took out Friday's high. Okay. swept Friday's high into a bearish FEG, while NQ failed to sweep Friday's high. That is bearish SMT at a location of a bearish daily FEG, right? So now you're talking about having a bearish bias. You're talking about looking at the weaker pair, all right? Talking about looking at the weaker pair. Then, if you hop down here to a 15-minute time frame, if you hop down here to a 15-minute time frame, you can clearly see the unicorn here, right? So you have a swing high, you have a swing low, you have a new high, then you have a new low. And it's very small, but there is an FEG aligned with it. So you can see this FEG right in here. It is very small, but there is an FEG aligned with the bearish breaker, making that a bearish unicorn, right? So you have the higher time frame point of interest, that being the daily bearish FEG. You have the higher time frame bearish SMT as ES swept Friday's high into that daily bearish FEG, and NQ did not. So you can see why we're looking at the short on NQ. NQ from the daily chart looks to be the weaker pair because of that bearish SMT, because it didn't sweep Friday's high. Okay, so we'll look to take this short. We'll look, where is London? Somewhere down here. Yep, so we'll look to aim at London and Asia. All right. I would be willing to take a couple more micros here. So if we get any push higher, I'll grab another micro. It'll give me a better entry. Okay, so I'm looking to scale into this short. We can take up to about 3 micros because of it. So we'll see if we get any additional push higher. Right, if we get any of this, I'll take another micro to look for that. Right? Overall, right, so entry was there. Stop loss is here. So 73 points, right? 73 times 2, just over 140, right? 146. That's how much risk for 1 micro, right? So if we grabbed another micro, we're only looking at about $280 of risk, right? So I'm willing to risk up to about $600 today. So we could even grab a third micro. Stop loss is the high, right? So I'll scale into this until it's stopped, right? This is where I'm wrong. This is where I'm wrong. Okay? And I'm willing to scale into the short until I am wrong. All right? So, any questions, any information, feel free to throw it in chat. This is what we'll be looking at for today. All right? I think that SMT won't hold. Well, I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't tell the future. I'm objectively reading the information that's in front of me. Are you bearish today? Yep. That was the top-down analysis explaining the short right there and the bearish bias. Good morning, Devil. Hope your day is going well. Good morning, Rum. Hope your day is going well. But there's a daily FEG above. Yep, that's the entire conversation that I just had, right? ES tapped into that daily bearish FEG while NQ did not. Okay, so I'm looking at that as potential bearish SMT. That's the entire idea. Don't short here, mate. Thanks for the opinion, but I objectively analyze information. I make all of my own decisions. I'm not looking to take advice. I'd rather click my own buttons. Thank you, though. What do you think about the daily FEG? Guys, I really don't know how to be any more clear about this, right? ES tapped into the daily bearish FEG, all right? ES tapped into the daily bearish FEG. NQ did not tap into that daily bearish FEG. That looks like bearish SMT at a location of a bearish FEG. That's the reason why I'm looking at the short. This looks like bearish SMT. This looks like NQ is the weaker pair because it failed to tap into this bearish FEG. Okay? ES tapped into it. NQ did not. So it looks like NQ is the weaker pair. After receiving this information, you can see that there was a bearish change in the state of delivery on the 15-minute time frame that also had a bearish FEG, making it a bearish unicorn. So I'm looking for lower prices here today. Hence the short position. The reason why the short position is on MNQ is because of how large the stop loss is. So I'm position sizing correctly. What's my target? I'll look for London and Asia. London and Asia have yet to be mitigated. So we'll see if we could run lower to London and Asia. Okay. Ash, how do we access the Discord? The Discord's in the link to the description of this video. You can find it there. Do you avoid trading on Fed minutes day? I think that's pretty self-explanatory here. I'm currently in a position. Okay, this is my live account. I'm currently in a position right now. And today is FOMC minutes meeting. So you could just see the answer right here on the screen. Hey, good morning, Ash. Good morning, Sathish. Hope your day is going well. Ash, NQ took out the London high while ES did not. Does it make ES a weaker pair? I'm looking at the daily bearish SMT. That's why I'm considering NQ to be the weaker pair. ES tapped into the daily bearish FEG. NQ did not. So I'm looking at NQ to be the weaker pair. Ash, your loss will be my gain today. Perfect. So it sounds like somebody's going to win. Somebody can at least go home with a W today. Tris, good morning. How are you doing today? Ash, have you ever been banned from any prop firms? Yeah, Apex banned me. So if you make too much money at Apex, right? So if the amount you spend at Apex is less than the amount that you've withdrawn from them, they're going to send you an email and say that you're banned from purchasing any more evals, which means the current accounts that you have to keep them for as long as possible, because the moment you lose them, you're not going to be allowed to trade with them again. So they'll send you an email saying that you're banned from purchasing evals for like the next 2 years. It just depends on how much money you've spent versus how much money you've taken out. How are we bearish on NQ? ES tapped the daily bearish FEG. This is going to be a recurring theme here today, I see. ES tapped the daily bearish FEG. Right? Bearish FEG right here. I'm going to leave this on my chart because I'm going to have to say this another 25 times. Okay. Daily bearish FEG, a location to be bearish when price taps into a bearish FEG. Additionally, ES swept Friday's high, while NQ did not sweep Friday's high. That's bearish SMT at a location of a bearish FVG. That is the reason for the bearish bias. Okay. We'll do that another 45 times today. Don't worry. The market hasn't opened yet, and you're still taking the short? Yep. Yes, I am. We are currently in the short right now in my live account. Did you find out when that ban was lifted? Yeah, they did put a date on it. I just need to go back and check. I was banned back in 2024, and at that moment in time, they said it was for like the next 2 years. They did give a date. It was sometime in 2026. I just need to check the month. I need to go back to the email. What about the live account, Ash? I'm currently in my live account. That's where this trade is being taken. Or if the question's about Apex, I've never seen anybody been moved to a live account at Apex. I don't even think that's a real thing. I've literally never seen a live account at Apex. That's why it's a ban. That's why it's a ban. That should be illegal, by the way. No, I mean, that's the entire business, right? They only make money on failed traders, right? So if you're taking money from them, they don't want you because the way that they make money is on failed accounts. You purchase the activation fee, then you go fail your PA accounts, and they get to keep that money, right? That's the entire business. That should be, oh, I just read that one, sorry. I had the same, got lifted after 6 months or so, had 5 payouts and a couple of 300Ks. Yeah, I'm still banned, so if you're not, congrats. Good morning, Ash. Can you analyze gold? Let's take a look at gold. Gold trying to pump here this morning. Let's take a look at gold. All right, so gold, this clearly looks like an important area here, right? This clearly looks like an important area. A bearish FEG. We had swept out a swing high inside of the bearish FEG and got rejected. Right, so this looks like an important area. Right, let me just put this in like a simpler phrase, right? Support or resistance. This is acting as an area of resistance, right? Price is getting rejected by it. So if you even want to consider higher prices, I would need confirmation first to even consider that, right? So what I'm saying is resistance would need to be broken, then turned into support to even consider higher prices. Simply because what it's currently showing is that the area of resistance is rejecting price, right? So if you're trying to look for higher prices, I would need confirmation first because it looks like the area of resistance is rejecting price. That's what I have to say about gold. Careful with the metals, right? Obviously, everybody saw, all the prop firm rules, right? We had all those changes in who's allowed to trade metals and who's not. Okay, so make sure you know which prop firm you're working with, if you're allowed to use metals or not. All right. I understood the part about SMT, but what about the daily percentage change? Do you use it anytime? The daily percentage change has nothing to do with my analysis. If you're referring to this right here, that has nothing to do with how I create a bias, how I analyze price. I don't even look at that at all. That has nothing to do with my analysis. Hey, Unk, Summer Z, I could count on you for the Unk comment. We're going to start running some predictions on the over and under for the Unk comment, specifically coming from Summer Z. What's up? How's your day going? Hope all is well. Mr. Zink, mine expires in 2028. Good morning. Hope your day is going well. Yep, so 2-year ban from the evals. So, chat, why y'all worry on what he's doing? Do your own analysis and enter at your own risk. Thank you. I mean, couldn't have said it any better. I'm not clicking buttons for anybody else. You are to accept and own all of your own decisions. Okay? This is not a signal service. This is me documenting my own trading journey. Okay? So always do your own due diligence. Always make all of your own decisions. Become an independent thinker and a good risk manager. Okay? This is a you versus you business. Do not rely on anybody else. Congratulations on the little one. Thank you very much. Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't be any happier right now. This has been my top goal in life forever. So just truthfully couldn't be any happier, and I would want that for everybody. I would want everybody to experience that type of happiness. I'm just so happy about it. I can't even put it into words, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Hey, good morning, The Punisher. Hope your day is going well. Do other prop firms also ban like Apex? Yeah, I've seen multiple bans, right? It's just plain and simple. Prop firms make money on you failing. So if you don't fail, and if you take money from them, you are directly impacting their P&L. So I've seen other props ban. Yes, this is exactly why we need to learn the trading skill so that we could also do this in a live account, right? It's not, prop firms aren't like the end all be all, right? You need to learn the skill at a lower cost. That's why we use prop firms. It's a lower barrier to entry. Instead of putting thousands of dollars into your own personal cash account, just go get an eval that's only $50, $60, $70, $80. It's much less than starting your own cash account, right? Use that for education. Once you learn how to trade, you also need to start your own live account. Okay? Diversification is key. It's key. All right? So prop firms are a stepping stone to what comes next. It is not the end all be all. Also, sorry if I sound a little raspy or a little stuffy this morning. I might have gotten a little bit of a cold, so sorry about that. Sorry about that. Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is SMT? SMT is a crack in correlation. It's a divergence between two correlated assets. Okay, so I have a PDF on it in my Discord, so if you want to go grab that, it'll also show you the same exact information. But let's take a look real quick. Okay. Two correlated assets, right? NQ and ES move the same at the same time. So when they do something different at the same time, that is a crack in correlation, right? So imagine we're looking at NQ and ES, and imagine we're looking at the same 2 points in time, right? So the first swing high is 10 a.m. The second swing high is 11 a.m. Okay? On both assets, you're looking at the same points in time. Notice how one of them goes above the swing high at 11 a.m. Notice how the other one does not go above the high at 11 a.m. That is a divergence. Two correlated assets just did something different at the same time. That's what a divergence is. That's what SMT is. Whatever you want to call it. There's multiple different names at this point. It means the same thing. It's a divergence between two correlated assets. Okay? So we use divergences to know when liquidity has been taken, okay, or strength and weakness in the marketplace. Okay, so going back to the analysis, you can see here that ES swept Friday's high today, while NQ did not sweep Friday's high today. It looks like a crack in correlation. Okay, it looks like a divergence. Okay, it looks like NQ could be the weaker pair here today. And that's the reason why for the short. So it looks like NQ could be the weaker pair here today. We'll see. We'll see. Once again, this is the stop right here. So this is where I'm wrong. Okay? Completely okay with being wrong. Risk is accepted before the risk is taken. All right? Completely okay with being wrong. Right, we'll even go throw the stop up here. Right, make sure the stop loss is in and set. Right, if we go and grab another contract, we'll modify this. Thank you to everybody that's saying congrats. I truthfully could not be any happier. So thank you. That has been literally my top goal in life since the very beginning. Thank you. You think 25K accounts are underrated? I think any account can be used. What you should be looking at is the risk to reward. Okay, so for example, if you have a 2K if you have a 2K drawdown and a 3K target, look at the ratio from 2K to 3K, right? Because that would be an easier target to achieve than if you had 2K of drawdown and a 5K target. You see the difference there? That's how you should measure the accounts. Drawdown to target, right? So for example, if you have a 2K drawdown and a 2K target, that's a 1-to-1. That is much easier than having a larger target, right? The larger the target is, the harder it becomes. So that's how I analyze things, along with price, obviously, right? You don't want to be dealing with an inflated price. We can all see the different prices between the props. So if there's outliers, you can easily point that out, right? Ones that are way more expensive than they should be. Hey, Ash, have you made any progress towards scaling more prop accounts for this year? Tried any new firms? Yeah, I will be copy trading 20 different props, 20 different accounts. It's multiple different props, and you can see the ones that I'll be using. I'll be using Lucid, My Funded Futures, Tradeify, E8, Alpha. Those are the accounts that I'll be using. I have them set up, but there is just something about having a live account. Daily daily withdrawals is very intriguing. So far I've only executed on my live account. I haven't done the copy trading yet. It is set up, so we are ready to go. That will be happening this year. Does MFF also ban? So here's the difference. My Funded Futures has a live program, right? So unlike Apex, where they don't have a live program, they move you into a live program and you can keep trading. That's the difference. Congratulations on the little one. Thank you very much, Bob. I greatly appreciate that. Between getting married and those were literally my top 2 goals. And it is such a surreal feeling. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You didn't put stop loss. The stop loss is in now, right? Buy stop right here. I love the initial balance study that you did. I plan on trying it out. I also plan on getting Mr. Zink up here. I would love to have a collab with him. That way we can ask him even more questions about the initial balance. That was completely his strategy. That's where the idea even came from. So I would love to ask him some questions, go over the entire strategy, see if there was anything that we missed. So there's more with that coming up soon. Just got to schedule out a day. Good morning, Ash. Anything that might help with getting stopped out before going to TP? There's really, you're not really giving me enough information here, right? Like I have no clue what kind of trades you take. I have no clue where you place your stop loss. There's not enough information there for me to accurately respond. Right? I'd need to see some trades. I'd need to understand the strategy, the sizing, the time of day. There's so much more information that goes into that. So I can't respond without, additional information. Ash, what made you pick the unicorn model and stick to it? One, data, right? So it doesn't matter which model you use. Make sure you collect so much data proving the value of the model, right? This is not a he said, she said type of scenario. You need to put the work in to collect the data to show whether something works or does not work, right? So go collect over a year's worth of data and use one model over that entire data collection to see if that model even works, right? So data is the first thing. The second thing is your abilities. Are you capable of identifying those concepts? Are you capable of executing those concepts, right? For example, some people need more confirmations than others, right? Some people need less confirmation. So we all have different abilities here. So you need to use something that you're capable of identifying, something that you're capable of executing. Some people need simplicity. Some people don't want confirmation. They want less rules, right? They want easy way of getting in and out of price. So you need to look inward for that question, figure out what you're capable of identifying and executing. Those are the two things that would make me say that's the reason why I looked at this model. That's the reason why I'm still executing this model. What is a live program? So dealing with prop firms, you go and you purchase an eval, right? So an evaluation is a test. You have to pass the test to get moved into a simulated funded account. The simulated funded account, that's where you're capable of achieving payouts, okay? If you've achieved a certain amount of payouts, they will then take you out of the simulated funded stage and put you into a live funded stage. All right, so hear what I'm saying. Simulation, right? Sim funded. That means you are not putting real orders on the real market. That is not real money. It's a simulation, right? So prop firms make you take the eval to see if you can even pass the test. If you can pass the test, you get put into a simulated funded account. If you pass the simulated funded account, then they'll put you into a live account. That is real money. That is cash. That is orders going on the real market. It is no longer a simulation. It is real. So a live account. That's the difference there. Some firms have live accounts, some don't, right? I've never seen a live trader at Apex. I've never seen a live trader at Apex. Right? Like go ask some of the other people that have been banned. Go ask Jade Cap, go ask Kane, go ask KJ Futures, go ask anybody that's been banned from Apex to see if they got moved into a live account. How do they benefit from you having a live account? The percentage split. So when I take a payout, I make them money as well. The percentage split. Hey, Ash, I don't like to open positions before the bell, so don't do that. Plain and simple, right? You are an independent thinker. You are the owner of your own business. You are the risk manager. So you make all the decisions, right? If it's before the bell and that, causes some kind of anxiety, it ruins your execution, don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? Why would you enter? Here we go again. Ready? ES tapped into the daily bearish FVG. That gives me a bearish bias. Additionally, we swept Friday's high. When we swept Friday's high, NQ failed to do that. This shows that NQ is the weaker pair. Okay? After that happened, we then got a 15-minute bearish unicorn. Okay? Ready? Swing high, swing low, new high, new low. That makes this a breaker. Breakers right here. Okay? And then FEG aligned with the breaker right here. Okay, so this is a bearish unicorn after we tapped into a daily bearish FEG with bearish SMT against ES. That is why I took the trade. Ash, what's your win rate and RR? For the end of 2025, I had a 50% win rate and just barely over a 2R risk to reward. So it was a very nice year. We ended in the six figures in net profitability. It was about 119K that we closed 2025 with. 2025. That sounds so much weirder than 2025. I don't know why it happened that way. Is there any giveaway today? Okay. All right. I guess we're only here for giveaways. Let's do a giveaway. What are we going to aim for here? Let's see what we got. There's 200 people in here, so let's do... All right, chat. The like button needs to get to 150, okay? So if half of you click the like button right now, I will hand out a giveaway account to somebody that's here in chat. Get the like button to 150, and we'll do a giveaway. All right? There's your first giveaway for the day. All right? Smash the like button and you'll get a giveaway. Holy, a live man. What? A live man. You did not have to do that. 10 euros from a live man? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holy cow. Thank you. Wow, I was not expecting that today. Thank you very much. That is greatly appreciated. A live man is asking, I'm working on a revolutionary idea to take us retail traders to the next level. Still refining it, but results look amazing. Leaving this here to stay accountable. We'll share more when ready. All right. I will hold you accountable then, okay? Because I will be here every single week. Let's see some progress over the next week, over the next month. If you want to ask me any questions, maybe I can provide any type of assistance. Feel free to, share it in the Discord or something like that. But if you need any assistance with that, please do reach out. I'll gladly help any way I can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is amazing. I can't wait to see what you're making. Ash, what about the last SMT with ES on that swing high? It is less important than the daily one. Higher time frame holds more influence, without a doubt. Right? A daily SMT, to me, that is more important than a 5-minute SMT, than a 15-minute SMT. Higher time frames hold more influence, in my opinion. Okay? By using ERL and IRL, we are bullish on NQ. I disagree with that statement. ES just tapped into a daily bearish FVG. Right? This would be a bearish IRL. Right? We're getting rejected from a bearish FVG. So that would be IRL to ERL. That would make this the target down here. That would be bearish. Okay? Hence the short position. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Hopefully the mute button worked for that. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay. What about Top Step? Don't you use them? No, I don't use Top Step. What they've done recently with all those retroactive changes is very predatory. So no, I don't use Top Step. Ash, do you think using 0.5% on a 5K two-step prop account per trade is a good idea? That is a personal preference, right? Where are you in your trading? Are you still in the education stage? Are you trying to learn this business? If you're trying to learn this business, then I would say, yeah, that's fine, right? Because the more education you get, the better off you'll be, okay? But now compare that to somebody that has a proven track record of payouts. That person, that very experienced person, I would tell them to risk a little bit more because you don't want to spend a lot of time in the eval stage. So you have to ask yourself, where am I at in this process? Am I still learning? If that's the case, that's a good idea. If you have a proven track record of payouts for an extended period of time, then I would tell you, move into the funded account a little quicker than risking 0.5% per trade, right? Go a little larger if you're experienced, okay? All right, chat, we're halfway there. Halfway there. 150 likes get you a giveaway. All right, so hit the like button. It'll get you a giveaway. Somebody here in chat will be able to win that giveaway. All right. While you're at it, turn the notifications on, sub to the channel. Okay, we're going to be doing this throughout all of 2026. All right. Where did I leave off here? Now I've lost my spot in chat. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Will you be adding contracts as it go down? Or when do you decide to add on? I missed the ad. I had mentioned wanting to get more contracts within the breaker. So I missed the ad there. Right where we're at now, I'll just let it run. Okay, but I missed the ad. I wanted to add within the breaker to get a little bit better of an entry. Okay, but that's what happens. That's what I get for going back and forth with chat. That's what happens when 50% of my focus is here on the chart and 50% of it is over here in chat. So, so be it. So be it. We only have one contract. That's fine. May I ask what the split is? It's a 90-10 split. I get 90, they get 10. Are you a profitable trader? Just go check my track record. I've posted it multiple times. Good morning, Matt. Many congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate the kind comments. Like I said, I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but there's new people coming in the chat. So that was one of my top goals in life, getting married and starting a family. Those were number 1 and number 2. And, you know, I have no words for it. That's how happy I am. I can't even put it into words. I'm just astonished. Like, I'm completely in awe that, you know, we're hitting goals. That is a lifetime goal. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Didn't know you took trades before the open. I've taken multiple trades before the open. You can see it in the documentation. I've posted them before, so this isn't the first. When do you break even? I don't break even. I want to win or I want to lose. Accept the risk before the risk is taken, then allow the probabilities to play out. I took the trade at 7:58 before the stream, but I used the 5-minute unicorn. After I saw you used it on the 15-minute, I would have gotten stopped out. Can you explain to me why? What chart? Are we talking about NQ? Are we talking about ES? What are we talking about here? Even on the 5-minute chart, right? If you're on, right? I don't know how you would have gotten stopped out. If we're talking about NQ, even on the 5-minute chart, right? Like, here's the breaker. There's no stop there. What chart are we talking about here? Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning, Ali. Hope your day is going well. Any advice for getting over fear? You have to put the time in. More data will provide more conviction. The more times you press the button, the more conviction you will have. That just comes down to experience. That just comes down to experience, in my opinion. Put more time in. All right, we're getting close. Once again, 150 likes, we'll do a giveaway. 150 likes and we'll do a giveaway. 150 likes. Close, but not there yet. Ash, can you please enlighten why we took this short? Okay. On the daily chart, ES swept Friday's high into a bearish FEG. Here's Friday's high. ES swept it today into a bearish FEG. That is a bearish bias for me. Additionally, NQ did not sweep Friday's high. That shows bearish SMT. Okay? So on the daily chart, we have a bearish bias. On the daily chart, we have bearish SMT. Then we went to the weaker pair because NQ did not sweep Friday's high. After that happened, we got a 15-minute bearish unicorn. You can see it here. You can see it here. That is why I took the trade. Daily tapped into a daily bearish FEG. Daily showed bearish SMT. After those things happened, we went to the weaker pair and looked for our entry function. When do you trail your stop loss? I don't trail my stop loss. I want to either win or lose. I accept the risk before the risk has been taken. Once the risk has been taken, I then allow price to do whatever it wants to do. Either it stops me out or either it goes to my take profit. Hey, Ash, right now I'm feeling to close this trade that I took before the stream, the unicorn one. If you want to close it, right? If you're profitable on the trade, close it, right? The moment you're thinking in terms of emotion instead of your process, you are no longer following the process, right? That is a human error, in my opinion. Excuse me. Sorry about the raspiness. Sorry about the stuffiness. I think I might be getting a little sick here. Barracat, I know you keep mentioning that we're bullish. I explained to you the position and I explained to you why I'm bearish. I don't know how to make it any clearer. I'm bearish today because of the daily chart. I'm just going to say the same thing, so I don't really know how else to explain it. ES tapped into the daily bearish FEG. Because it tapped into the daily bearish FEG, that gave me a bearish bias. When that happened, there was bearish SMT against NQ, confirming my bearish bias. That's why I looked for a short. I know I'm just saying the same thing, but that's because that's what the information is. That's what made me make my decision. Right? So. Chat, 4 more likes and you got a giveaway. You guys couldn't be any closer. 4 more likes. 4 more likes. Couldn't be any closer. There it is, chat. There it is, chat. All right, let's set it up. Let's set this up. Give me a second here. Let's set it up. I'm going to do a giveaway here. All right, chat, hear me clearly. All you need to do is type the letter E and the number 8 into chat one time. If you spam it into chat, you're going to ruin the giveaway. To get entered into the giveaway, all you have to do is type the letter E and the number 8 into chat. I'll give everybody a couple minutes to do that, and then we'll run the giveaway. All right, so type the letter E, the number 8 into chat for E8, and we will run the giveaway. We are currently running a giveaway for one E8 account. Somebody that is here in chat will win the giveaway. All you have to do is type the letter E and the number 8 into chat, and that will enter your name into the random name generator. So we'll give a minute or two for everybody to get a chance to do that, and then we'll draw the winner. If you spam it into chat, it's not going to work. Yes, you can do futures at E8. Yes, you can. All right, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll give it a couple more minutes. All right, I'll give it about 60 more seconds. We're running a giveaway for an E8 account. Somebody that has typed E8 in the chat is about to win the giveaway. You have about another 40 seconds to do so, and then we're going to pick a winner. Couple more seconds. We're about to grab the winner. You'll see Nightbot post the winner here in chat. That is because it is a random name generator. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. It's coming up here shortly. All right. Whole F-O-K-K? How do you say that? We got ourselves a winner. We got ourselves a winner. If the winner can please provide proof of their YouTube username in the giveaway section of my Discord, that is how you can claim the account. I don't know if I can say that name out loud. I'm not trying to ban myself. I don't know if I can do that. I'm going to get myself banned. All right, so if the giveaway winner can go to the giveaway section of my Discord, provide proof of your YouTube username to claim the account. Let's see, we'll give it some time to see if they claim the account. Give it a second here. All right, do we have to roll another one? Do we have to roll another one? Do we have to roll another one? All right. Let's try this again. Like Mike 5354. Second chance. Like Mike. The new giveaway winner. Like Mike. If Like Mike is here. If Like Mike is here. All right, Mike, what's up? Congrats. Go to my Discord. Take a screenshot of your YouTube username so I can confirm it's you. And we'll get you that giveaway account. Okay? There is a giveaway section in my Discord. Right? The public Discord, the free Discord. Go into the Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Take a screenshot of your YouTube username, and I'll send that over. And I will send that over. All right. W chat. W. We're going to continue to keep doing giveaways. We're going to continue to keep with the education. We're going to continue to keep with all the trades. Hopefully we'll get some collabs going as well. We got a lot of things coming up for the channel. So if you find any value in it, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the sub button, turn the notifications on. This won't be the last. We'll be doing this all of 2026. We will be doing this all of 2026. All right. The real question is do we do one more today? Do we do one more today? Do we do one more today? Yay or nay? One more giveaway or nah? Or nah? If we do, this next one's got to be a hard one. Next one's got to be a hard one because it's going to be a good one. All right, decent amount of responses. Decent. This next one's going to be a hard one, though, because it's going to be a good one. All right, listen. For this next one, we need 300 people watching and 300 likes. 300 viewers, 300 likes, and we'll run a My Funded Futures giveaway. 300 people, 300 likes, we'll run a My Funded Futures giveaway. All right, so you might have to share the link to the stream with your communities because it looks like we're only at 245 people watching. Looks like we're only at 208 likes, so going to be a tall task. A tall task. 300 people, 300 likes, and you get another giveaway. This one's for My Funded Futures. Ash, since you are a pro trader and you know exactly what will happen once you enter a trade, why not go higher position sizing? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I am not a pro trader, and I do not know what is going to exactly happen once I enter a price. So, yeah, sorry, no, just no. I'm a student of the market. Okay. I'm learning just like everybody else. Yeah, sure. This move is in profit, but that doesn't mean that I know what's going to happen, right? If you don't understand that there's a random distribution to probabilities, then I would beg you to, take a different perspective on price. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. Right? You have to accept the randomness. And you do that by being at the correct position size. Right? I have no clue if this is going to go to stop loss or take profit. Right? So like if I went 5 contracts of NQ and this goes to stop loss, that would be a massive loss. And that is the exact opposite of what I'm trying to achieve here. Right? The exact opposite. What I'm trying to achieve is gaining as much experience by taking real risk within my live account, and I need to take an appropriate risk so that I can do this again tomorrow, right? Like if I just blow up today, then I have no chance of doing this tomorrow, right? So there's just, no, absolutely not. I'm a student of the game, just like everybody else here. Okay. How did you meet PJ? Me and PJ did a duo live stream on My Funded Futures YouTube live stream. We also live kind of near each other, so we've hung out in person as well. We've been trading for quite some time. I met him online. We met in Discord. That might have been like 4 years ago at this point. So it's just two individuals that continue to keep day trading and sharing our experiences online. And, you know, other people that do that, you know, I highly enjoy working with other like-minded professionals. So if you are one of those like-minded professionals, I'd gladly work with you too. Hey, Ash, small question. Hey, Picasso, what's up? Good to see you, and good morning. Why entering before the open? Right here. ES tapped into the daily, ES tapped into the daily bearish FEG. That gave me a bearish bias. At that same exact time, ES swept out Friday's high. NQ failed to sweep out Friday's high. So now we have a bearish bias from the daily bearish FEG. Then we have a confirmation to go in to look for entry functions, the daily bearish SMT. And then after that occurred, we got a 15-minute bearish unicorn. Okay, so you can see the breaker here, right? Swing high, swing low, new swing high, new swing low, right? So making this the breaker. And there's an FEG aligned with it there. Okay, so that's the reason why the trade was taken. And then position sizing correctly because it's pre-market, because it's a large stop loss. So we're on micros. It's a 75-point stop, so. Yeah, I look for a full TP or first full stop loss. I want to win or lose. I want to win or lose. Why does the 1 minute clearly have more opportunities? Because there's more information there, right? There's just simply more candles on the 1 minute chart. And no, I don't think that means that you have more opportunities. I just think that means that there's more information. I base my decision making off of the higher time frames, not the 1 minute chart. Excuse me. Yes, that is exactly what I mean. Either stop loss or take profit. Right? So notice how the stop loss is still in the same location that I originally put it in. I'm not going like this. Right? I've created the game plan. Now I'm executing the game plan. I made a decision and I'm sticking to it. So we got New York Open coming up in another 10 minutes here. We'll see what happens. We're looking to aim at Asia lows. So we'll see if we can get that. See if we can get Asia lows. All right. Why not TP at bottom of Asia? That couldn't have been better timing. Perfect timing on that comment. We just set it there. And price was nowhere near it. So I didn't set it until now. So, but now it's set. There's bullish SMT at 2 a.m., but that is intraday. So does that take precedence over the daily chart? In my opinion, no. In my opinion, higher time frames hold the influence. I would rather be looking at a daily SMT compared to a 15-minute SMT or an hourly SMT. In my opinion, the higher time frame holds the influence. No POI. Here we go again. Ready? Here we go. Daily. Tapped into a daily bearish FEG. Right? This is a higher time frame point of interest for a bearish bias. Since we tapped into this daily bearish FEG, that is the reason why I'm bearish. That is the key level. The daily bearish FEG is the key level. Additionally, on the daily chart, we get daily bearish SMT because NQ did not sweep Friday's high, where ES did sweep Friday's high. Those are the reasons why I took the short over here. Right, the higher time frame creates the idea. Then we went down to a 15-minute time frame and found an entry function. We executed the short from the bearish unicorn. It's the same thing. Bias, key level with SMT, entry function. Same thing. Ash, I have a bullish bias because of the daily close yesterday. Could you speak on what you see differently? Yep, that's what I just explained. We tapped into the bearish FEG on the daily chart. There was bearish SMT at that location. NQ showed to be the weaker pair. So I looked for a bearish entry function on NQ, and here we are. The way that I create a bias is looking at swing highs, swing lows, and FEGs on the daily time frame. Right? If price is getting rejected from a swing high, I want to be bearish. If price is getting rejected from a daily bearish FEG, I want to be bearish. If price is showing support at a daily swing low, I want to be bullish. If price is getting supported by a daily bullish FEG, I want to be bullish. That's how I determine my bias. All right. Very good job for the giveaway winner. It looks like both of them actually responded. So here, we'll since we re-rolled, that's on me. We will get both of you an account. So give me a second. I just saw the messages in Discord. I'm getting over to it now. Excuse me. All right. All right. All right. Got about 5 minutes here until New York Open. Let's see if New York Open gives us our answer to this position. So as NQ is weaker, you traded NQ. That is correct. NQ made the failure swing, right? So this is why I traded NQ right here. Ready? Right, so since NQ did not sweep Friday's high, that shows bearish SMT, right? Because take a look at this. We did not sweep Friday's high, where ES did sweep Friday's high. That is bearish SMT. And since NQ was the one that failed to go above this high, it shows that NQ is the weaker pair. Okay, so that is why we shorted NQ versus ES. I want to short the weaker pair. I want to long the stronger pair. SMT is the thing that shows me strength or weakness. All right, 2 more minutes before New York Open. Let's see if New York Open gives us our answer to this short position. See what happens here. Aiming at Asia low there. Let's see what happens. Type it in the chat. Type a 1 into chat if you think I'm going to get stopped out. Type a 2 into chat if you think this is going to go to TP. What do you all think? Am I cooked? Yes or no? Am I cooked? Type a 1 into chat if you think I'm cooked. Type a 2 into chat if you think we're going to run down to Asia low. Am I cooked, chat? See what happens here. One and 2. Perfect. There's no way you can lose now. There's no way. You're hedging. You're hedging on the prediction. 20 seconds. Am I cooked? See what happens here. What are we going to get here, chat? What are we going to get here? Trying to move lower. Let's see. $1.7R on the short. Will they run down to Asia? Almost 2R on the short. We'll see, chat. We will see, chat. Uh-oh. They're trying to turn it around on us. We'll see. What are they going to give us, chat? What are they going to give us, chat? See what they're getting. Just chopping it up so far. Maybe they turn around. Maybe they don't. Who knows? Who knows, chat? See what happens. They're chopping it up so far. We'll see. Will we get Asia lows? YM took Asia. Is that right? See if NQ wants to follow. ES has yet to take Asia as well. So we'll see. We'll see, chat. Patience, patience, patience. Allow price to do what it wants to do. See what we got here. Will we finally get another push lower? Five-minute chart looks like we want to go lower. We'll see. We'll see. Will we make it down to Asia low? Patience, patience, patience. Alrighty. The good old sit-stand desk. Everybody needs to get a sit-stand desk. Might be cooked, not gonna lie. We'll see. We'll see. Not much to do here but sit and wait. Seems like pretty indecisive open so far. It's like the bulls are trying to step in. Let's see. Give me a sit-stand desk? Yeah, maybe we'll have to do a giveaway for a sit-stand desk. Maybe we'll do that at some point in time. Curious to know if we're getting rejected by that FVG there or not. All right, was that a rejection from another gap? We'll see. Since we're waiting for an outcome, do you have a German ancestor? I think I'm Italian and German. I'm not exactly sure about that, though, to be completely honest. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Bearish SMT, maybe? Maybe? GG's? GG's? Or is that the ad? Or is that the ad on the short? Bearish SMT on the 15-minute chart against ES at a location of a bearish FEG. Is that the ad for the short? Booked $700. Let's go, Monique. Let's go. Congratulations. Amazing job. Let's see. Did anybody else take advantage of the lower prices this morning? Throw a W in chat if anybody caught a W here this morning. Throw a W in chat if anybody caught a W here this morning. See how everybody else did. Oh, wow. Handful of W's. Congratulations. Wow. That was way more than I expected. Congratulations, chat. Very good job. Very, very good job. Lots of W's. Wow. Wow. Congrats, chat. Love to see it. Okay, random dump. It looks like that was the ad, right? I missed the ad. I missed the ad. Incredible amount of W's. I'm very happy for everybody. Congratulations. Listen, if you're green on the day, it's your responsibility to stay green now. Okay? Over trading will never be acceptable. If you've gotten green, close up shop and go do anything else with your day. Do not hand back your green. Seriously. Seriously. If you've gotten green, go to the gym. Go work on your 9 to 5. Go do something else. Doesn't matter if you want to keep trading. Doesn't matter. Go do anything else. Why are you ignoring higher time frame like the 4-hour bullish FEG? You must have just joined chat. I've explained my analysis 100 times at this point. ES tapped into a bearish FEG on the daily chart. There was bearish SMT against NQ at that location. That is the reason for this short. I already made my analysis. I already made my game plan. I already have my execution. I've already accepted the risk. Now we're just waiting to see the results of that. So we'll just wait and see. Game plan was set. Now it's a matter of waiting for a result. I don't overmanage. I create a game plan, then I execute it. I want to either win or lose. Gold and silver are flying. Is that right? Looks like NQ might turn around with it, so we'll see. Looks like they're taking out the SMT. Oh, ES is still lagging here. I want to know if ES takes out this high, because then the bearish SMT that I pointed to is no longer valid. So I'm waiting to see on that. Looks worse for my position if they take out the bearish SMT here. Yeah, so now I might be cooked. We'll see. Now we might be cooked, chat. Now we might be cooked. We'll see. The bulls are out now. see what we get here. Yeah, it looks like London. London ended up being the target. Right? We got London, but we didn't get Asia. They're trying to move higher now. We'll see what we get here. What high is that? The 830 high? Yeah, it looks over for the position there. No more bearish SMT or anything either. Looks like we're cooked, chat. All right, looks like we're finally going to get a result to the position here. We have overstayed our welcome. Massive reversal there at New York Open. Just barely missed Asia lows. Good move below London low, so decent idea. Looks like we just overstayed the welcome. Couldn't be any closer. Surely they take the stop. Surely they take the stop. Couldn't be any closer. All right. And there you have it, chat. There you have it. There you have it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and document this. All right. Take some screenshots of this. Give me a second here because we still complete our process, right? The results of the outcome do not change our process, right? So let's make sure we get over here. So daily bearish FEG was the reason why. Daily bearish SMT with ES was the reason why. 15-minute bearish breaker and fair value gap. Okay, stop loss. Another day, another learning experience. Oh, how did I mess that up? Is that how you, am I typing that wrong? Is that how you type experience? Why does that look weird? That's correct, right? Why don't I know how to type out experience? Hold on. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Alrighty. Ooh, wrong location. There we have it. All right. Keys for today. Your process is more important. Your process is more important than a result. Okay? Okay? Ash, you will say you got greedy by wanting more, or you are just going based on your game plan. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. I create a game plan, then I execute the game plan. So if you go back to the beginning of this live stream, you'll hear me say that I'm taking this short and I'm aiming at Asia low. That is exactly what happened. And then when people ask me, how do I execute that? I tell them that I either win or I lose, right? So very simple. The game plan was ES tapped into the daily bearish FEG. NQ did not. That gave me a bearish bias. The bearish SMT made me execute on NQ versus ES. I executed my entry function. I told you that it was either going to be a stop loss or a take profit because I don't overmanage. I was aiming at Asia as my target. I followed my game plan to a T here this morning. In my opinion, that's what matters. So no, I don't think I was greedy. I think I followed my game plan. Right? And you could just go fact check that by watching the recording of the live stream. Right? So create a game plan, execute the game plan objectively, right? Without emotion. Fall in love with the process, allow the results to be a byproduct. I'm more interested in following my process. That's what it boils down to. This was the result to my process this morning. So no, I don't think it was greedy. I think I did a good job doing what I said I was going to do. Right? So that is the result to my game plan this morning. We have a stop loss here. It has been documented. Right, I'll make sure, let's also document this in the Discords. So let's take this. put this over in the Discord. All right. And that's what it boils down to. That's today's result. And the last thing that I'm going to leave you all off with here is, once again, once you get a result to your position, close up shop and go do anything else. Okay? It doesn't matter what happens now with price. What does matter is your reactions to the result. Right? If you're going to sit here and revenge trade, that is going to be the thing that blows up your account. Okay, so revenge trading is never acceptable. You need to become the most efficient operator. The best loser wins. All right? So, thank you for your time today. I'm going to go stand on my words, right? I'm going to go hit the gym. I've came in. I've completed the justifications to my actions. I got a result to it. I journaled it. And now it's time to go hit the gym, right? That is what day trading is right there. Make sure that you can fall in love with the process, allow the results to be a byproduct, and control your actions and your emotions. You're going to have wins. You're going to have losses. That's what day trading is. But what happens up here, the mental roller coaster, the emotional roller coaster, that is what's going to determine whether you will be here in the long term or not. Okay? So I do want to take a moment to say thank you. It doesn't look like we hit that second target for the giveaway. So looks like we'll have to wait until next live stream to do the next giveaway. I do have giveaways happening on my Twitter and my Instagram right now, so you can check that out. But that's what I have for today. Another great session. Thank you all for everybody that showed up. Thank you all for everybody that asked questions and went over information. Let's keep working and learning every single day this year until we get to where we want to be. So thank you for your time. We will be right back here on Friday. Time to go hit the gym. Time to go get some health in. Do something good for the soul. Do not overtrade. Be satisfied with enough. Fall in love with the process. Thank you for your time. If anybody wants to continue the conversation, I'll be over in Discord after this. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you next live stream.